So what do you do when you're done with your book? Well, I think the first thing you probably want to know is, are you actually done with your book? Did you know that over 90% of independently published books sell fewer than 100 copies in their entire lives? As a person who's written over 40 books, ghosted 40 plus, I'm a twice published novelist myself. Here is a little tidbit of advice I can share with you. The fact is, most books, when they're done, they're not actually done. If you want to write a book that influences people, if it moves people to take action, driving them from the book to engaging with you and becoming a client, having dozens, hundreds, if not thousands of people who do this, and this is something only a book can do. Think of another product that can do exactly what a book does. Can't. Nothing else builds authority, credibility, and establishes expertise quite like a book. So you're doing this and you want to make sure you're doing it right, which is why you're watching this video. Now, I am going to help you make sure that your book is actually ready to go. And the good news could very well be it is, in fact, ready to go. There is a model I've developed called the 6 pillars of influential content. This is the model that I've used to help authors go from having people reading their book to buying their book. One particular author, she had so many people go from reading the book to buying the book, she made over $300,000 in the first 3 months the book was released. Another author, we structured his book to drive people from being readers to being members of his online program. Over a 12-month period, the book alone produced $1 million in revenue for his book. All of these testimonials are on this channel right here in case you'd like to take a peek and prove yourself correct. Now that said, let's go ahead and look at the 6 pillars of influential content. These are the 6 boxes your book has to check if it is going to persuade people to take action. Credibility. What in the world is that? This is your unique lived experience as an author, not necessarily your credentials. What have you personally done to help people create results in their lives? What have you done for yourself? Prove to people that you have already done what you tell them you can help them do. The second pillar, connection. Are you going to help people go on a journey? Think about a book as a story, even a nonfiction book as a story. Will you help take your readers from where they are to where they want to be? And what are the steps that they must take to get there? What you want to do is connect what your readers want out there in the world to what your book actually covers so that people can get the results you're promising. If, as I say that, you're a little uncertain if your book actually does that, all you have to do is go down to the comments below and click on a book a call. A free call you and I will get on, and we'll actually go through the topics in your book and make sure that you are aligned with what your audience wants. Because the last thing you want to do is spend all this time, effort, money, and energy and write a book that no one wants to read. If all you had to do was put in a little bit more effort on the front hand, on the front load, on the front side, whatever you want to call it, if only you done that little bit extra work, it would have produced amazing results. So I highly recommend you do that. The third pillar is compelling. This is very simple. We want your book to be accessible to as many people as possible. That means writing at the 5th grade level or below, using visual language, analogies, and metaphors wherever you can so that anyone of any background can connect with it. The fact is, 92% of all book sales, according to Nielsen, are attributable to word-of-mouth marketing. If there are not that many people who can share their book with their communities, with their families, with their friends, with their colleagues, because your book is hyper-niched into oblivion, you ain't gonna sell a lot of copies, friend. The 4th pillar is counter-industry. Are you, author, are you saying what's been said before? Or are you offering a fresh, perhaps even controversial take on the industry? Controversy always means cash. So are you holding back? Are you self-censoring? Are you editing out your best ideas because you're afraid of offending people? Chances are you're not setting up the counter-industry pillar like you should. The 5th pillar is the call to action. Are you effectively driving your readers from the book to your program, your service, your speaking, something else so that you can be successful? The one hand is what you don't want to do is where you're blasting everybody with spam, the equivalent of spam inside of a book. And the other is you give away everything inside the book without offering the next step. So people never actually work with you and you're ashamed to promote your book. The sixth pillar is circulation. And this relates very much to the compelling pillar. Are you reaching enough people? Are your topics broad enough? Are they applicable enough? Are there as many different examples of all sorts of walks of life possible? Or is it just one type of person, one avatar? It is loser think. It is loser think to say to yourself, well, a book, see, it's like any product where the more people you write for, the fewer people you're writing for. Everybody always says, if I'm writing for everyone, I'm writing for no one. Wrong, not true. It could be true in other marketing of other products, but for the publishing industry, we want the broadest audience, as many different types of readers as possible to get that word of mouth marketing engine going. And to do that, we need as many examples as possible. So at this point, you've got the 6 pillars of influential content right in front of you. If there's any doubt at all that your book could be better, could do more to influence people so that one sale becomes 10, becomes 1,000 sales, so that you can be a successful high ROI author like my clients, all you have to do is click in the comments below to get on a free call with me, and we will walk through these 6 pillars and make sure that yes, your book is finished and ready to go so that you can make it as profitable of a venture as possible.